Continuing with our deep dive into FICO's 5 scoring categories, for this chapter we're going to talk about age of accounts. Age of accounts means the time in file that you have had active credit. Inactive accounts count the same as active accounts. This comprises 15% of your credit score. The age of accounts is worth 15% of the total of your FICO score. I would like to point out some fine points that there's a lot of misunderstandings about the age of accounts, and it's important to point out a few things about which there is a lot of misinformation floating around. The actual age of accounts is comprised, or it's figured out by taking the oldest account that you have represents 50% of the score, and the other 50% is the average age of all your accounts. These are taken together, and that is what's used for your age of account or time in file. 10-year-old account is still 10 years old, whether it's open or closed. If you've closed an account, that age still counts in this category. A lot of misinformation about that. And the closed account actually continues to age. So if you have a 10-year-old account and you close it, that 10-year-old account 5 years from now will be 15 years old. And it will still be helping you, even though it's been closed for 5 years. The aging is counted from the origination date, the date on which the loan was approved. That's what begins the process. And the accounts that are closed are deleted 10 years after they're closed. Now, this is not done in every single case. In some cases, you may be lucky, and they may not, for some reason, bother deleting it, so that account that could have been deleted after 10 years will continue to help you by continuing to age. And I've seen this happen in a lot of credit reports, and it's one of the few mistakes or callous things they overlook that actually help a consumer. So if you ever see that, you should be happy, and it's not anything that you would certainly write a letter to the credit reporting agency about. Just let it ride. The closing account begins that 10-year clock. So unless you have good reason to close an account, like maybe an annual fee that's become more than an irritation, it's always good to keep accounts open for a lot of reasons. Now, there is one trick. We've talked about piggybacking in other chapters to add age to your accounts. And to refresh the memories regarding piggybacking, that involves becoming an authorized user on the account of a close friend or associate that's a trusted associate. You don't necessarily have to have a card. You don't want to use it. You don't want to take a chance on hard feelings with any of your friends or associates. But as long as you know that that person has an account with a lot of age and not a bad debt to available credit ratio, if you become an authorized user, you can take the benefits of the debt to available credit ratio and the age itself. So this is just a wonderful trick for people that are young or just starting out with credit, or perhaps in many cases your parents might put you on as an authorized user, and you magically come up with a nice age to your account, which helps your credit score immensely.